So please give a warm Paducah welcome to Jessica Rickey.
Hi, it's good to be here with you guys tonight. It's a song called Susie. Hey Susie, can you tell me why you got that sad look on your face? Hey Susie, what happens to the past that you cannot erase? Hey Susie, do you remember when you used to shine bright? Hey Susie, do you get lonely in the night? Yeah, yeah, well, I'd give a penny for your thoughts and another for your tears. Hey Susie, what you got to show for all those years? Hey Susie, let's get out of here. Hey Susie, hey Susie, what's it gonna take for you to ease your pain? Hey Susie, yeah, Jesus is the healer, not the one to blame. Hey Susie, well it gets hard to believe when you've been down for so long. Hey Susie, maybe everything's not wrong. Yeah, yeah, well, I'd give a penny for your thoughts and another for your tears. Hey Susie, what you got to show for all those years? Hey Susie, let's get out of here. Hey Susie, let's get out of here. Oh hey Susie, come on now, let's get out of here. Yeah. Oh hey Susie, come on now, let's get out of here. Yeah. You know there must be something more than what we see now. You know there must be something more than what we feel that gives us grace to heal. Thank you. I have a very captive audience tonight. That's great. Thank y'all for listening. It's a slow falling rain tonight, and we are 3 cars on the highway, and with every year there's something left behind. Oh, every year's like something I just left behind. Well, it must be so lonely on this side when you're out running and chasing the wind. Well, I know it's gonna be some time till I see you again. But I will hold you close and keep you safe from all the ghosts of time in the corners of my mind, just like I always said to you. So nothing has to change except for all the things I'm trying to keep the same, just like you always said to me. Well, we're shedding skin and stepping out to somewhere we drag on our way, and we stop and we stare and watch as we divide into 100 different days. So I will hold you close and keep you safe from all the ghosts of time in the corners of my mind, just like I always said to you. So nothing has to change except for all the things I'm trying to keep the same, just like you always said to me. So let's dust off these broken wings and take them to the sky. Well, there's no use in looking up when you're flying high, flying high. And now I think I'm losing everything except what matters most. So I will hold you close and keep you safe from all the ghosts of time in the corners of my mind, just like you always said to me. So nothing has to change except for all the things I'm trying to keep the same. It's like you always said. Oh, it's like you always said to me.
Thank you very much. I've just fairly recently, finished up with a record, and it's on sale back there if you guys are interested in checking it out. So I'm just going to play a couple more songs that you can hear on that. So.
It's been another late night, wide-eyed, trying to find a way to make a change. And for all the things I know I feel inside, I feel as if somehow I am to blame. But maybe we're just wasting time trying to save a dream, stranded on a road that leads down to nothing. Yeah. Will it take forever to leave all this behind, for my vision to be blind? I'm a slave to my addictions, a lover of all that I see. But you came down with beauty for my ashes, and now I'm free. So maybe we're just wasting time trying to save a dream, stranded on a road that leads down to nothing. Yeah. But will it take forever to leave all this behind, for my vision to be blind? So give me one more chance to cry, 'cause I don't wanna go out alone. And give me one more chance to try to make it home, to find my way home. Yeah. But will it take forever to leave all this behind, for my vision to be blind? But will it take forever to leave all this behind, for my vision to be blind?
Thank you. Just want to say thanks for having me out here tonight, and looking forward to listening to Zoe Speaks play, which I'm sure you guys are all here for and looking forward to as well. But I'm going to play a song for you now called Window Down. It's coming on late in the night and in the game. Well, time is my nemesis, and I can't make sense of this. There's nothing and no one to blame. I've got 90 miles on the road, looking for the next small town, and I'm singing with the window down, baby. It's coming on late, and the sun has scattered and gone. Well, I've lost my innocence, and it seems so useless when nothing lasts for long.
I've got 90 miles on the road, looking for the next small town, and I'm singing with the window down, baby. Oh, so it's coming on late, and I've got no place to go, but there is some comfort in following blindly the one thing that I know. I've got all these miles on the road, and I'm still listening to the still small sound, and I'm singing with the window down, baby. Oh, oh,
Thank you very much. I'm going to leave you guys tonight with a song by someone who probably most of you are familiar with, Mr. Bob Dylan. And again, I just want to say thank you very much for having me out tonight, and just looking forward to hearing Zoe speak. So thanks again. Also, if you want to check out my website, it's jessicaricky.com, and if you're interested in hearing some more music, then you can find some of that back at that table in the corner. Thanks.
I've seen love go by my door. It's never been this close before. It's never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. If something's not right, it's wrong, honey. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, Queen Anne's lace, crimson hair across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. Don't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me with too much love, honey. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. There are dragon clouds so high above. I have only known careless love. It always hit me from below. But this time around it's somewhat correct, right on target and so direct. Honey, you're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blowing crazy, crickets talking back and forth and rhyme, blue river running slow and lazy. I can't stay with you forever, I never realized that time. But situations have ended, sad relationships have all been bad. Mine have been like Verlaine's and Rambots, but there's no way I can compare all them scenes to this affair. Honey, you're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. And so I'll look for you in Honolulu, San Francisco, Ashtabula. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know, but I'll see you in the skies above, in the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Oh, you're gonna make me lonesome when you go.
Thank you very much.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
For more advice on how kids can build strong bones, visit aaos.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
They are 8th-generation Kentuckians, and they've been playing together for a while now. Please welcome husband and wife duo, Mitch Barrett and Carla Gover, as Zoe speaks.
Howdy. They say that out here in western Kentucky? Howdy. Well, we're happy to be here. We're just happy to be in Kentucky, even though driving out here is an exercise for us in just how long of a state Kentucky is. It's about a 6-hour trip for us, but with Mitch driving, I think we got here in about 4.
I know a shortcut. I used to come down here and play the parks a lot at this end of the state.
Well, we love to share things that we grew up with, traditional music, and we also write stuff, but we're going to start with an old Carter family song.
If ever I get my new house done, sail away, ladies, sail away. Gonna give the old one to my son. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Come on, children, don't you weep and cry.
Sail away, ladies,
Sail away, we'll all be angels by and by. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Sail away, ladies, sail away. If ever I get my new house done,
sail away, ladies,
sail away, gonna give the old one to my son.
sail away, ladies,
Sail away. Sorry. Thank you. This next tune sounds like an old one, but it's not really. It's one we borrowed from Rosalie Watson, Doc Watson's wife. That's kind of like not politically correct, is it?
What?
When you say somebody's wife or somebody's husband. I don't know. I'm doing my best today. I tell you what. In the world we live in today, it's just. What I meant to say was, I did say Rosalie Watson, who is an incredible human being on her own, but then she just happens to be married to another incredible human being named Doc Watson.
I don't know where this is coming from.
I have no idea.
We're just going to go with it.
I told you I shouldn't have had that coffee.
Well, like many kids in the mountains, the first place that we ever sang was in church, and that gospel harmony style is still one of our favorites, so that's kind of drawing on that.
God's given us years of happiness here. Now we must part. And as the angels come and call for you, the pangs of grief tug at my heart. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart breaks as you take your long journey. Oh, the days will be empty, the night so long without you, my love. And as God calls for you, I'm left alone, but we will be in heaven above. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart breaks as you take your long journey. Fond memories I'll keep of happy ways that on earth we trod. And when I come, we will walk hand in hand as one in heaven in the family of God. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart breaks as you take your long journey. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart breaks as you take your long journey.
Thanks.
This next song was written by a friend of ours who went to school down this way, a fellow named Jim Gage. He's an English professor at Berea College, or he was till last year. He retired. But Jim said he was coming back from eastern Kentucky and looked over in a field and saw an old Studebaker sitting over there and made him think of his daddy, and that's how he came up with this. It's got a whistle part to it, so feel free. Down by the creek bank, throw the rock and watch it go. Friend came down with something to tell me I just had to know. Tried it then for the very first time, talked away the afternoon. Funny how the world seems to change in the afternoon. My daddy always drove a Studebaker car. He kept us always on the move. Did he really take us very far? People always stared, but my dad just said it's a very, very, very good car. Small things when you grow up, things that make you what you are. A rich man lives at the top of the hill, flies a jet plane to L.A. A poor man down in his bed at night, dreaming of a Chevrolet. I know a gal, she walks around, I see her every day, yeah, seeing her is doing more than I can say. My daddy always drove a Studebaker car. He kept us always on the move. Did he really take us very far? People always stared, but my dad just said it's a very, very, very good car. Small things when you grow up, things that make you what you are. Small things when you grow up, things that make you what you are. Here's the whistle part. Can y'all watch Andy Griffith? Come on. People always stared, but my dad just said it's a very, very, very good car. Small things when you grow up, things that make you what you are. Small things when you grow up, things that make you what you are. Thank you.
Kind of fun to look out and see everybody coloring. Kind of like kindergarten or something. You know, I read that up, I think it was Boston. These people had started this program where adults could go to kindergarten for a day or a week. It's amazing what people will pay for. And you get all that with the price of admission, concert, and the chance to color on the tables.
Just have you a couple kids and you're at kindergarten. We left our kids at home tonight. This is like maybe the third time we've gone somewhere without them. It's not into
This is a ballad that came over from the British Isles originally, and of course that's where a lot of Appalachian music originally came from and changed and transformed over time. Started its life as a kind of a female chauvinist song and then got taken over by the male chauvinists, and now we just kind of give it equal billing.
It was traditionally done out of tune. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She sings as she flies. She brings us glad tidings and she tells us no lies. She sucks all the pretty flowers to make her voice clear. And she never sings cuckoo till the spring of the year.
A walking and a talking and a wandering go sweet Willie, he'll come by and by.
I'll meet her in the morning, for she's all my delight. I could walk and talk with her from morning till night. Our meeting's a pleasure, our parting's a grief. But a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. A thief will but rob you and take all you have. But a false-hearted lover will lead you to the grave. The grave will consume you and turn you to dust.
There ain't one man in 20 that a poor girl can trust.
They'll hug you, they'll kiss you, and call you their own, while perhaps some other darling is a-waiting at home. Come all you young fellers, take warning from me. And never place your affections on a green growing tree. The leaves they will wither, the roots they will die. And if I am forsaken, I will know not for why. If I am forsaken, I will not be forsworn.
He's surely mistaken if he thinks that I'm more.
I'll get myself up in some higher degree, and I'll walk as light by her as she does by me. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She sings as she flies. She brings us glad tidings and she tells us no lies. She sucks all the pretty flowers to make her voice clear, and she never sings cuckoo till the spring of the year. And she never sings cuckoo till the spring of the year.
Thanks. Well, we like to write music too. We're trying to write a bunch of songs for a new album right now, and the biggest challenge is that we live basically in a cabin that's kind of an open loft and with a bedroom here and a bedroom there. And once the kids go to sleep, we have to tiptoe around or we'll wake them back up. We certainly can't bang on the guitar. And I like to get up in the morning and write, but then they're usually still asleep. You can't wake them up, so we're trying to find our way around that one. But we really do love to write songs and are gradually assembling the material. So this is one I think is probably going to make it onto the next album. I wrote it for my girlfriends after I had kids and didn't have as much time to run around with them like I used to. This is kind of the auditory equivalent of a chick flick, so my apologies to the guys in the audience. You know, you have to watch those with your wife. So.
Wait a minute, I just figured out what's wrong. We're on the wrong side. Let's switch.
Is that okay, soundman?
He's gonna love that.
Hey, I'm louder now on this side. You worked out a deal with him, didn't you? We're not in tune together.
We're not in tune.
Give me the open read.
I just tuned, so we'll go with me. My dad used to say, you gonna tune all night or just play something?
Okay.
Okay,
Ready?
ready when you are, CB.
we meet for lunch. Our entire conversation is about how busy we've been. We quickly touch base about work, kids, and husbands, climb in our cars again. An ache that's been buried so deep starts to surface. I can't push it down this time. I filled up my longing with meetings and schedules. If I don't heed my heart, I'll soon lose my mind. Oh, we should be going where midnight winds blowing and brambles are growing to tangle our laughter. Hair streaming water from warm rain that's falling down. Skirts lifted up, we'll run faster and faster. Don't we deserve to be magical, wild and free, losing ourselves to the spell of the moon? Jump with me, wild woman, help me remember when we were as green as the apples in June. I try to find a little time to capture a melody. How did it go? I used to know, but it's escaping me. A tune that's been buried so deep starts to surface. I can't push it down this time. I hear the music, yes, now I remember. Sung from the heart and not from the mind. Oh, we should be going where midnight winds blowing and brambles are growing to tangle our laughter. Hair streaming water from warm rain that's falling down. Skirts lifted up, we'll run faster and faster. Don't we deserve to be magical, wild and free, losing ourselves to the spell of the moon? Jump with me, wild woman, help me remember when we were as green as the apples in June.
Thank you. Everybody okay? Good. This next song is one of those ditties. It's like we needed a song, an upbeat song for our last recording. Carl was like, "I need something happy." And I was like, I don't have any happy songs. So I started thinking about writing a song,
And what made you happy?
and what made me happy,
And that was?
truck stop waitresses.
Yes.
Over the years, I've known a lot of truck stop waitresses. You know, not personally, but you pass through towns, and they're the same. I hate to put, kind of lump people together, but no matter what state you're in, truck stop waitresses, they're just kind of like they print them out somewhere or something, So, really good people. It's like you're in their kitchen, and they keep the truckers out there going, Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. That was my idea, was to write this song, Ode to Truck Stop Waitresses kind of song, and then I needed material, so I started thinking about it. But then I started thinking about my Aunt Viola, who, she never was a truck stop waitress, but she had that chewing gum thing that truck stop waitresses have, that pop it every time they close their mouth. It's a cool thing. I don't know if you know anybody like that. So anyway, that's where this song came from, and that's probably way too much information. So here we go. Viola pops her bubble gum, wears her dress way too short. She ain't trying to be a tease, she can't help it, you find it pleasing, Lord, Lord. And the truckers say, how is it you look so fine this early in the morning? She said, honey, I've been here since last night at 9. Tops off the coffee, winks a little warning. Viola, 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 wait on me. I know it's not politically correct, but I would give my paycheck just to see you walk across the floor. Some folks that get their news from the morning paper or the idiot too. I get mine straight from the horse's mouth. Ain't no secrets in this town. Viola, who's shooting who? Petty tyrants, greedy fools. We got more important things to talk about. Besides, they always leave the good news out. Viola, 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 wait on me. I know it's not politically correct, but I would give my paycheck just to see you walk across the floor. She said, behave yourself, honey, and I might bring you some more coffee. You can't just walk into any fast food place, expect to be greeted by this angel's face. It might be convenient, it might be fast, but when it comes to hospitality, don't ask, how am I doing? Doing fine. Y'all come back now, you're here. Viola pops her bubble gum, wears her dress way too short. She ain't trying to be a tease, she can't help it, you find it pleasing, Lord, 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 Lord. Thank you. This is another one of those tunes that sounds old. We got this one, I think we channeled this one time. We were actually driving down this way, and it was early in the morning. I think my old lead feelings pick up like AM stations sometimes. You know, I'll hear like a fiddle tune in my head. But anyway, my grandpa, my pa, which is not to be confused with my poppy. My pa was my daddy, my mama's daddy, and my poppy was my daddy's daddy. My pa was a tobacco farmer, and my poppy was a corn farmer. That's a different story. I won't go into that. Anyway, my pa had lots of sayings, but one of his sayings was, a balking mule won't pull, meaning we had to work together as a team, like a team of mules. He'd say, a balking mule won't pull, son. She's having banjo problems. My pa had lots of sayings. I'll go into that for a little while. Another one of his favorite sayings was, soak it. That was his answer for anything that ailed you. Could be marital problems. It didn't matter. He'd say, soak it, son. Yes, sir. You want me to keep talking? My pa was kind of stubborn. I met this fella at my pa's funeral, and he said, he said, I'd love to hear your pa sing. I didn't know anybody heard him sing, but he said that pa would sing when they were fox hunting. And if you can imagine that. I can't tell you much about fox hunting. It's kind of a secret society, and we're not supposed to talk about it much, but I'm not talking about the little red coats riding on a horse thing. I'm talking about a bunch of old burly men up in the woods building a fire and talking. But I reckon pa would sing to him. So he said, one time I saw your pa working his mule. And he said, I knew if he was working, he'd be singing. So he said, I just pulled my truck over and shut it off. And he said, sure enough, he was singing. So he was down there in the field and said, the mule balked on him. It wouldn't pull. Said, he had a load of hay hooked to this mule. Said the mule wouldn't pull. He's just standing there. Said your pa went around the front. He hollered at it. He cussed it. He whipped it. The mule just stood there. It was balking, you know. Balking mule won't pull. He said, your pa finally said, you will move. And he went up in the woods and he got a big handful of pine cones. And he came down and he built a fire underneath that mule's belly. And moved up about 5 foot, caught that load of hay on fire. I don't know if that's truth or not. My pa also said never let the truth interfere with a good story. So, a balking mule won't pull.
I love doing this one because when I was growing up, it was always the guys that would stand around and pick, and every once in a while they'd look over at, one of us girls who could sing, and they'd say, get up and sing one, honey. So, sing one, honey. A little bit of role reversal, I love it.
Bartered for your smile, inch turn in a mile. Hour is getting late, hurry up and wait. Tired of wasting time, stand here like a fool. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. Balking you won't pull, balking you won't pull. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. Fellers stand in line just to taste your shine. Hate to be so blunt, but that old dog won't hunt. Tired of wasting time, stand here like a fool. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. Balking you won't pull, balking you won't pull. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. Willow weeps all day, river rolls away. Cold train runs on through, I just wait on you. Tired of wasting time, stand here like a fool. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. Balking you won't pull, balking you won't pull. Babe, make up your mind, balking you won't pull. This is one of my favorite tunes of Carla's. Living with another songwriter is kind of fun. You have to sort of learn your boundaries, It's like if you if I hear her working on a song, I know I can't go to the song unless I'm invited in, And the same is true, vice versa. So anyway, you stand in the other room and washing dishes or something, and you hear this song going on, When she started this one, I thought she was singing about me. And I realized I'd never rode in her father's car before.
We have to understand something about this one. And when you grow up in Eastern Kentucky, hanging out with your granny a lot and singing Pentecostal music, it doesn't necessarily mark you as one of the cool kids. And I've always played music ever since I was a little kid. And a few years back, we were traveling and in a motel room, and there was VH1 special on behind the music. And it was about the divas, and it had Jewel and Sarah McLachlan. And I realized that deep within my heart, somewhere I harbored a desire to be a diva too, even though that's kind of different than singing Pentecostal songs with your grandma. So I decided if I were going to be a diva, I'd have to have an appropriately diva-ish song. And maybe they can make some kind of Appalachian diva category or something and be in that one. But it's called Summer Flight.
Alone we jumped the garden fence, all flushed and sticky in a sense. We couldn't wait to see what lay ahead. Love's oldest song again made new. Our bodies knew just what to
us. Like a waiting bird, it took us flying through the darkness of the night. Expectancy and urgency to feel your body next to me. I never will forget our summer flight. I drove you in my father's car. We never needed to go far. You know you always were my closest friend. Our love had no real chance to start. Like a fairy tale which I ate your heart. I never even said goodbye in the end. Summer hovered close between us. Like a waiting bird, it took us flying through the darkness of the night. Expectancy and urgency to feel your body next to me. I never will forget our summer flight. I left you alone in a tower made of stone, too scared to stay. I loved you and I ran away. Now I have shed the restless ways that colored all my younger days. I struggle to escape this maze of fear. I don't know where you are today. Looking back, I need to say you were the best part of those troubled years. Summer hovered close between us. Like a waiting bird, it took us flying through the darkness of the night. Expectancy and urgency to feel your body next to me. I never will forget our summer flight. Summer hovered close between us. Like a waiting bird, it took us flying through the darkness of the night. Expectancy and urgency to feel your body next to me. I never will forget our summer flight.
I think Mitch is going to bring out another instrument here. Music is a hobby for a lot of people, but when you're a musician, for your job, you have to have other hobbies. So Mitch is a woodworker sometimes to do something with his hands. And he built our house, and he built our tree house in our front yard for our kids. It's actually, I'm going to move in there soon because it's got, decks and 3 levels. And but he also built this dulcimer that he has here.
Thanks for bragging on me, Carla. This is a song that I wrote for my pa. When the spring comes to the bluegrass, pretty flowers on the hill, the sun shines on your shoulders, and the family's in the field. Grandpa rides a setter, and the kids that walk behind start early in the morning, work hard till supper time. It's Burley and November, work hard, it's yours and mine. We'll be stripping in December for gifts at Christmas time. After Ma was sure we's fair, Pa would send us off to bed with some chords on the dulcimer to a poem that he once wrote. He sang about the working man, how he felt about the land. He sang to his children, get up and do it again. It's Burley and November, work hard, it's yours and mine. We'll be stripping in December for gifts at Christmas time. Grandpa's no longer with us. We buried him on the hill. The grass grows high above him in the land in which he tilled. Brothers and sisters fight over land that they can't sell. No more tobacco in my blood, and I guess it's just as well. It's early in November. Work hard, it's yours and mine. We'll be stripping in December for gifts at Christmas time. But when the spring comes through the bluegrass, pretty flowers on the hill, the sun shines on your shoulders and the family's in the field. Grandpa rides a setter and the kids that walk behind start early in the morning. Work hard till supper time. Work hard till supper time. Thanks very much. Okay. Well, I think we're finally starting to arrive.
Just in time to take a break.
Yeah, just in time to take a break. Takes a few minutes when you get up in front of people, or it does me, I know that.
I just about got choked up during that song after what's been going on in the Kentucky legislature this past week.
Phasing out of tobacco. I've had it explained that it's a good thing. Maybe even.
We're going to finish up with a song that we learned in Texas. One of the great things about being a musician and traveling around is all the great people we get to meet, both fans and other musicians. So this is one we learned from a guy named Kevin, so we listened to it in the car and decided we wanted to do it. That kind of backfires on us sometimes because our kids think we actually know every musician there is, because usually we're listening to CDs of friends, and sometimes they get up on stage and play with them, at a festival. Zoe plays the fiddle and the drums a little bit. So one day she said her favorite band right now is the Beatles, and she was like, "Mom, I want to jam with the Beatles." Gee, I do too, Zoe.
Well, anyway, we are really happy to be here, and hope you don't go away. I think we're going to have refreshments and stuff.
Cake for all. And we do have an email list with us, so we'd love to keep in touch if you want to join our email list. And we have 3 different recordings. But this song is called Cadillac Queen. It's on one of our recordings.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Spin me round and roll me over, bring me down till I can't go lower. Tell me, sugar, do you have a good book to read? I might seem bored and I might need pity, tired and torn from love you won't give me. Show me which way to the door and I will lead. So goodbye, Miss Turner. Goodbye, Mrs. Lee. Goodbye, fancy Boca. Goodbye to the shady palm trees. Goodbye, Spanish Mama. Goodbye, St. Augustine. Goodbye, Miami, Florida. Goodbye to the Cadillac Queen. I ain't no drunk, I ain't no teetotaler. Ain't dressing up 'cause you ain't Casanova. Friends, speak the truth that you ain't the right masseur for me. You had holding hands and you ain't good at listening. Can't feed your mama no bread in your kitchen. The surface is warm, but the water gets cold down deep. So goodbye, Miss Turner. Goodbye, Mrs. Lee. Goodbye, fancy Boca. Goodbye to the shady palm trees. Goodbye, Spanish Mama. Goodbye, St. Augustine. Goodbye, Miami, Florida. Goodbye to the Cadillac Queen. Should've known that you was only joking, especially when you said give me a call. But just be sure you bring home some bacon. I don't use pepper or salt. I don't use pepper or salt.
I don't use pepper or salt.
Oh, spin me round and roll me over. Bring me down till I can't go lower. Tell me, sure, do you have a good book to read? I'm going back to the port town, back to Mississippi, back on the northbound, Jackson up to Philly. Show me which way to the door I will lead. So goodbye, Miss Turner. Goodbye, Mrs. Lee. Goodbye, fancy polka. Goodbye to the shady palm tree. Goodbye, Spanish mama. Goodbye, St. Augustine. Goodbye, Miami, Florida. Goodbye to the Cadillac Queen. Goodbye to the Cadillac Queen. Goodbye to the Cadillac Queen.
Thank you.
Bro Fernandez, congratulations! You just won the grand prize in the Selective Service Sweepstakes. Just for registering with Selective Service, you hit the jackpot! You can now get college loans, government jobs, and job training. All for filling out that little registration card at the post office. Men must register with Selective Service when they turn 18. Go to sss.gov or the post office.
It's the law.
Someday, I'll be a ballerina, just like them. Someday, this won't just be my wish. Someday, I won't be sick.
Friend of ours. My granny always said it was impolite to brag unless it's in a song.
Or unless you're from New Jersey, apparently. That's what they told us. We were up in New Jersey recently. We were saying it was sort of an Appalachian character value not to brag. And they were like, no, in New Jersey you brag. It's, you know, it's important to learn how to brag. So.
My mama was a she-wolf, my daddy was a bear. I'm 200 pounds, tooth and claw, covered over with hair. Half fire, half smoke, other half thunder. I'm what you might call the eighth wonder. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. Yep. I go whip my weight in wildcats, I eat a ton of taters. Pour enough liquor in my mouth, floating alligator. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. Yep. I can set upon a hornet's nest, dance upon my head, wrap a rattle around my neck, and then I go to bed. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. Look out, boys, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close to my dying if I'm lying. I'm a dying if I'm lying. I'm a dying if I'm lying.
Renegotiating the set here as we go. I took a notion to do one that I wrote several years ago, sort of inspired by the way that my grandmother sang. My granny's name was Ollie Gilbert, and she was born in 1898. And she was, just because I was a late child of a late child, she was a lot older than the grandmothers of a lot of the people my age, and I just had a really unique education and experience getting to grow up with her and the skills that she had and all the things that she knew how to do. And she wanted to pass those things along with me, so we did a lot of work, a lot of stuff with our hands, a lot of canning and preserving and quilting and gardening and drying, and that left us free to tell lots of stories and to sing. And that's probably one of my favorite memories, is singing in the garden with Granny. So this is the style that she sang most often, unaccompanied a cappella Appalachian singing. I wrote this song actually when I was early 20s. I just broken up with the boy du jour, and I was feeling really sorry for myself and imagining that I'd lived my entire life alone back in some little holler somewhere. But it's perfect for an Appalachian ballad, you know. So. Look out on the meadow, watch the grasses roll. Look up on the mountain, hush my restless soul. I sit here in this valley, I watch the seasons fly. My life's unwinding slowly, and ghosts come rushing by. The early glow at sunrise, it stirs me from my sleep. Come evening, it's still with me. This pain I'll always keep. I see the raven flying, I hear him call to me. Your presence in his spirit speaks mournfully to me. I could have lived beside you, I could have traveled round, I could have loved you always, and to your side been bound. But I chose not to marry, nor to stray far from my home. I thought to gain the wisdom of a life that's spent alone. But I still feel your heartbeat, I can feel your life's blood flow. And in the aching darkness, I hear you breathing low. Look out on the meadow, watch the grasses roll. Look up on the mountain, hush my restless soul. Thank you. Well, I don't know if you've noticed yet much, but it is an election year, and we've had kind of an interesting and maybe a little bit disturbing thing start happening to us in the past months, which is that some of the folk festivals or the music festivals we've been doing have been sending out letters to musicians saying, please don't play anything with any political content because we want people to be able to get away from it all. Now, I understand being respectful, and we definitely try to be respectful, but on the other hand, we're folk singers, and if folk singers don't have some kind of, at least semi-political content in their songs, then, who will? So in the spirit of that, we decided to do a song which is equally offensive to all politicians. It's by a guy named Cy Khan, and
all I can say is this folk music it's hard work. It's hard work. Okay, I'm being mean. Well, ever since that I can remember, every 4 years about November, folks who wouldn't talk to me on the street are coming to my house and wiping their feet, kissing my wife, kissing my baby. Well, I guess they'd even kiss my old mule if she hadn't voted for Roosevelt. Well, they shake your hand and they smile and say, like to have your vote come election day. Now, you don't need to know where I stand. Just vote for me as many times as you can. That'll be $10 now. Yeah, $10 more. Just every time that you vote. Well, I promise you that if I'm elected, I'll raise the dead and have them resurrected. I'll fix your road, put a bridge over your creek, and sweep out your cow barn myself twice a week. Well, I ain't never seen nobody else that can shovel that stuff fast as a politician. The elections come, your road's still muddy, and you try to find your old good buddy. He's up at the courthouse grinding his axes. Only thing that won't get cut is your taxes. We've been sliced this way, yes, so many times. We're starting to look like tomatoes. Well, the hand you shook behind the plow's a hand that's in your pocket now. You look for your mule, you find it's missing. Well, you better start hunting that politician. But there's one good thing. If it weren't for politicians, the rest of us folks wouldn't have nothing else to laugh at except Nixon, Reagan, Bush, Clinton. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening. It's just folk music, y'all. It's supposed to evoke an emotion, right?
I think they're okay, honey.
I know. I'm just talking about, those people that send those emails.
Well, I think some of the best kinds of political music, if you want to call it that, are just the songs that make us feel our own connection and with each other, no matter what our political party, and also those that make us ask the really important questions. So from those two standpoints, this is another one of our favorite political songs.
That is right. The man that wrote it says he wasn't trying to say anything, though. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she reaches the land? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, the answer, my friend, the answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear the people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows too many people have died? The answer, my friend, the answer, my friend, the answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times will a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, the answer, my friend, the answer is blowing in the wind. Thanks. All right, that's it. No more political stuff. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Vote. Of course, you all look like the voting type. Except that fella right there. We're working on him, though.
Well, this is a song that was also kind of influenced by my grandmother in that she always used to say, if I'd be wishing for something I couldn't have, she'd say, honey, if wishes was horses, we'd all take a ride. I'd also been reading some of that beat poetry from the 50s. Allen Ginsberg and that kind of stuff.
It's your vote.
It's still out. All right. Sorry.
I figured it out. A while ago, I was watching and there was smoke coming in. I was looking around, is anybody smoking? And I realized they have one of those dry ice things right back here in the back. So I'm kind of verklempt. I don't know what. Put it out. But I don't guess we can blame the tuning on that, can we?
I don't know what that is, but
Close enough.
well, I know that I'll be following those rain clouds pretty soon to let the storm play out my restlessness. And I'll take all my questions and I'll throw them at the sky. And I will hear this is rain speaking yes. And I say to the night, I wish, but it's only in my dreams that they come true. I know I can't catch this one by the tail, but don't you know, if wishes all were horses, I would ride away with you. Well, the wild rush that sets me flying southward on the wind will never ever land me on my feet. I never thought I'd be here loving you like I do now. It's piercing and it's maddening. It's so sweet. And I say to the night, I wish, but it's only in my dreams that they come true. I know I can't catch this one by the tail, but don't you know, if wishes all were horses, I would ride away with you. There's a garden that I go to, and it's deep inside my soul, and I meet you there when I just can't let it be. And I can never give it up, and I can never let you go, 'cause what you are inside cuts right straight into me. And I say to the night, I wish, but it's only in my dreams that they come true. I know I can't catch this one by the tail, but don't you know, if wishes all were horses, I would ride away with you. Ride away.
Right away.
Thanks.
I wrote this next song when I was working with some teenagers who were wards of the state. I was doing a storytelling, songwriting residency with them. And I was there for 6 months, and I was trying to get them to open up and tell me their stories. That was my purpose as a storyteller. And, to get their trust, they said, well, we'll talk about us, but you got to talk about you. Who are you? Where'd you come from? What do you believe? How come you have long hair and wear an earring? I said, 'cause Willie Nelson. And they said, yeah. Some things are just universal, Anyway, I came up with this song trying to explain to them what it was like. Because I was born in 1960, they assumed that I was like a hippie or something, and I was like, no, we didn't know what a hippie was. My mom and dad were young enough to be hippies, but they weren't hippies either. We seen some hippies once up at Berea College. Woke up in the morning, dressed myself, looked in the mirror, saw someone else. Tried to ignore it, just let it be. My face don't show it, but this ain't me. It's off to work and bills to pay. It can't be normal to live this way. Is it so important we get things done? Is life this hard for everyone? I don't believe, I don't believe. When I was young, I was taught to fear the wrath of God, and the end was near. I go to church and I hear them preach of wailing tongues and gnashing teeth. When I get home, I'd run to the woods where I wasn't afraid of bad or good. No devils, angels, blame or shame. Nobody dying in Jesus' name. I don't believe. I don't believe. I never could write a bridge to this, so I just sing la 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 la's, but I realize everybody's not from the same school of belief, so you can sing na 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 na's or shala na na na's, whatever you want to sing. The important thing is that we all hold the last note. We should be able to hear angels. Here we go. La 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 la. You actually got to hold that note if you want to hear those angels.
They know it now.
Let's try it again. You want to? 1, 3, 3. La 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 la, sha na 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 la la la, la 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 la. Did you hear that? Now I'm an artist, my wife is too. Our kids stay home when they go to school. We teach them that life is when you breathe, free from guilt and free from greed. Love thy neighbor, love thyself. This can be heaven or this can be hell. I think life's beautiful, but it's your choice. You can grit your teeth or you can raise your voice and sing. I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. People get ready, there's a train coming. Thanks.
I know.
I'm out of tune. I used to do construction work I was working on a house one time, and this old man came walking by, and he had a level in his hand. Me and a bunch of cabinet builders were standing around having a lunch break. He kept putting that level up against everything. He said, the whole world's out of plumb. I believe he's right. Wait. Stay. It's like a reality show or something. You hardly ever get to see musicians freaking out over their tuning. When your whole thing is singing in harmony, it's like if it's out of tune, it's a bad thing. I guess if you can bend the strings and play an instrument like that, like Eric Clapton or something, you don't have to worry about that tuning stuff. That might have been one of the stupidest things I've ever said, but I say so many stupid things. This next song is one, I grew up here, and my grandfather used to play it. My poppy, the one that grew corn, he played banjo. He knew about 7 tunes, and this was in his repertoire. He'd play this one about every night. It was kind of cool. My grandfather played every night, but he never played in public his whole life. He just played for him because it made him feel good. But anyway,
It's a
that's
good
a
thing
different
he
story.
usually. It's a good thing he didn't play in public because he usually played in his boxer shorts. So
Yep.
that's a different kind of reality show, huh?
That might have been too much information. That might have been the stupidest thing you ever said. No, I'm just Anyway, he used to do this song called Shady Grove, and Carla grew up here in Shady Grove. Anybody that's ever heard any mountain music knows Shady Grove. Well, we were talking about it one night driving along, and we said, wouldn't it be cool to use that tune and kind of funk it up a little bit and reach a younger audience and turn them on to mountain music? So we thought we would take on a contemporary theme. It's not even a contemporary theme. It's a racism is what we wanted to get out of this. So we rewrote Shady Grove. Ready?
You can count it off.
I don't know if I can count to 3. Let's just join in. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. Hair as black as the blackest crow, skin a coffee brown. Meet you where the pine trees grow after the southern sun goes down. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. First time I seen Shady Grove was at my poppy's store, standing around back with her old man that couldn't come in the front door. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. I wish I was in some northern town. I wish I was able to take you to my mama's house and sit you at her table. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my daisy. Shady Grove, my little love. You almost drive me crazy. standing in the shadow of a hooded man. He says God's on his side. He says I'll bring the wrath on me if I take you for my bride. Our love is stronger than all of his hate. Shady, put on your gown. His skin's white like a diamond shines, but his heart's black like the coal in the ground. Heart black like the coal in the ground. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love. Wait till the judgment day.
Thanks.
I mentioned earlier that it's kind of interesting living with another songwriter. Once our two little girls came along, Carla and I couldn't find a lot of time to sit and write together. So we'd spell each other, you know. So one Sunday, Carla said, I'm taking the girls, I'm going to Mom's, write a song. I said, okay. So she left, and I put on some coffee and lit some incense. You know, you got to get that songwriter's ambiance thing happening, you know. So I was ready for the clouds to open up and God to give me a song, you know. About that time, this strange car pulled up in our driveway. And we live way out in the country. You don't just accidentally show up at our house, you know. Sure enough, two young guys got out. They both had on ties. I said, I'm in trouble. They come up, they said, hi, can we talk to you about God? I said, sure, come on in. So they came in, we drank coffee and talked about God and the origins of incense and different things. And finally they were like, all right, well, we're out of here. And they started leaving, and as they were leaving, they're walking down through my yard. And I have to kind of explain my yard. I'm a recovering old regular Baptist. What I mean to say is over the years, I've kind of looked at other religions too. Had something to do with that preacher when I was really young with the big blood veins on the side of his head. You'll burn in hell! You know, I was like, me? I'm only 6. I didn't do anything. But anyway, yeah, I think it's normal for people to kind of venture out of their religion and go looking around. And that's what I did. So over the years, I've collected religious stuff, religious icons. So my yard is full of yard art, but it's all religious oriented. So I have Buddhas and totem poles and different things in my yard. So anyway, I was watching them walk down through that, and I was thinking, you know, if I'd been out witnessing for the Lord today, I pulled up and seen this yard, I think I'd have looked at my buddy and said, nah, let's go to the next house. But I'm glad he didn't. I got this song out of it. Outside my front yard, got a plastic rooster and a Noah's Ark. Camel bells from a foreign land, crystal ball on a terracotta stand. Jesus crosses hanging in the trees, Tibetan prayer flags blowing in the breeze. Rub my lucky yard gnome as you walk past, my concrete Buddha laughing in the grass. Wipe your feet before you step from your car, you're on hallowed ground, you're in my sacred yard. Holy water in the bird bath to wash your sins, now you're forgiven. Come on in. I got a silver star David and a stained glass moon, sentimental objects hanging in my room. Everything is sacred, every breath of air. Be careful what you're thinking, every thought's a prayer. It's the ordinary people you talk to every day, incantations and prophecies from the mouths of babes. You can talk about the weather or the food you crave. It's the feelings you project, not the words you say. Wipe your feet before you step from your car, you're on hallowed ground, you're in my sacred yard. Holy water in the bird bath to wash your sins, now you're forgiven. Come on in. If you're searching for happiness, try not to look so hard. Take you a lawn chair, go out in your yard, stare straight up at the sky so blue. Yeah, God's in heaven, but heaven's in you. Wipe your feet before you step from your car. You're on hallowed ground, you're in my sacred yard. Holy water in the bird bath to wash your sins. Now you're forgiven, and I'm forgiven. Well, we're all forgiven. Come on in. Come on in. Howdy, St. Pete. Wipe your feet. Thank you very much. Sometimes when you've been out on the road and you've done a lot of shows, you get real intuitive, like you can feel your audience with you and stuff. But when you haven't been, you've been home a lot, being a dad and painting and doing carpenter work and being a mom. And then you go out and you stand up in front of people and you're like, oh my God, are they mad? Did I make somebody mad? Did I hurt somebody's feelings? They're just songs, y'all. No, it's just hard to read people. It really is. But that's why I keep using this young fella here. He's just so nice. He's just giving me the best energy. Every time I get scared, I look at him. He's just like, hey, you're all right with me? You got weird hair, but you're all right with me. Yes, ma'am.
This is a song that we wrote about money and thinking about sometimes in the pursuit of the American dream or whatever, we can get caught up in what?
Consumption. Greed. Stuff, things. Was that? I'm sorry, I'm going off here. What was that beautiful woman's name? She was in the Steve Martin movie. Bernadette Peters. Remember in The Jerk, she says, it's not all the money, it's the stuff. That's the way we are. Anyway.
Okay,
I
we're
gotta
gonna
get out more, I really do. 1 week at home and I've lost it.
We work hard for what we got. Seems like we just need a lot. The debts keep rising above our head. I wish that we could save instead. Say money's our God and makes our decisions. But if money's our God, I want a new religion. Daycare, carpool, traffic jam. Daddy's working late again. Our kids are raised by someone else. I'd rather be with them myself. Say money's our God, makes our decisions. But if money's our God, I want a new religion. I fall down on my bills and pray we'll get out of this debt someday. How much stuff do we think we need? Grandma would have called it greed. Tell me what we're working for. I never see you anymore. Say money's our God, it makes our decisions. But if money's our God,
I want a new religion. Yeah, money's our God, makes our decisions. But if money's our God, I want a new religion. Let's not skip it. Come on. We got all these magnets and stuff, and we went to the trouble of putting all these.
I know, they're looking kind of tired, you know.
All right, they're not tired.
You gotta leave them wanting more, you know.
They're just now warming up to me. Living in a foreign country, lying on the shore. We had the ocean, we had the sky, we still wanted more. And there's never gonna be enough fishes in the sea, and there's never gonna be enough pebbles on the beach, and they're never gonna paint enough blue into the sky, and the fullest full moon ever, never gonna fill your eyes. Yeah, yeah. Give me, give me, give me, give me everything in the store. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me more, more, more. Love, baby, love, love is a positive cash flow. Love means never having to say, we're broke. Yeah, you had it coming to. Love was always free. A lifelong line of daddies to bounce you on their knee. Baby, come to Papa, got another mouth to feed. We ain't got no passion, all we got is greed. Yeah, yeah. Gimme, 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 gimme everything in the store. Gimme, 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 give me more, more, more. Well, you know, the other day, Carter said, Mitch, would you run down to Walmart and get us one of those little washers to get the bathroom sink to quit leaking? I said, sure, I'll be right back. Well, I finally found a parking space. I was greeted at the front door by this elderly gentleman in one of those spiffy blue vests. He said, hi, how are you? I said, good, how you doing? He said, you need a buggy? And I said, no, sir, I'm just gonna get one of them little washers to get my bathroom sink to quit leaking. He said, you better take a buggy. Well, I figured he probably fought in a foreign war to defend my right to have long hair and wear an earring like Willie Nelson. So I said, thank you, sir. So I took my buggy and I got back there to the plumbing department. Well, they don't call it the plumbing department. They don't call it the hard. Actually, they can call it anything they want to at Walmart because they've closed every little store in this great nation of ours. Well, I said I wasn't going to get political again. I was back there and there was all these other men with their big chrome buggies, and they had plungers and rakes and hoes and shovels and all sorts of implements of construction, and I said, I gotta have some of this stuff. Living in a foreign country, lying on the shore. We had the ocean, we had the sky, we still wanted more. And there's never gonna be enough fishes in the sea, and there's never gonna be enough pebbles on the beach, and they're never gonna paint enough blue into the sky, and the fullest full moon ever, never, ever gonna fill your eyes. So sing along, y'all, here we go. Gimme, 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 gimme everything in the store. And give me more, more, more. Next time, everybody hold hands and sway back and forth. No, I'm just kidding. I can't get no satisfaction. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
almost through here. This is a request. I wrote it for my dad after he died several years ago. I cry out into the night. Bitter thoughts, they choke my mind. Sometimes I feel so all alone, lost and helpless, hurt and blind. Restless sleep comes over me, and a golden light appears. A voice of music speaks to me, not into my earthly ears. It says, lay down and rest your soul. The universe around you rings. I have come to take you home and bear you up on angel wings. Up we go into the night, earth and body fall away. There I find my home at last, in my soul's eternal day. It says, lay down and rest your soul. The universe around you rings. I have come to take you home and bear you up on angel wings. Then I come to earth again, but the angels hover near, till the next time I forget, and they whisper in my ear. They say, lay down, rest your soul. The universe inside you sings. I have come to take you home and bear you up on angel wings. Lay down, rest your soul. Rest your soul. The universe inside you sings. I have come to take you home and bear you up on angel wings. I have come to take you home and bear you up on angel wings. Thanks.
This was a request too, by one of our favorite songwriters. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. The backwoods old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories were worn. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
Y'all know this one. You have to sing it too.
The coal company came with the world's largest shovel, tortured the timber and stripped all the land. They dug further coal till the land was forsaken. They wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled it away. Sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrian's Hill, where the air smell like snakes and we shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill. Daddy, wants to take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Sing it, y'all. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting live music and not just renting a DVD and going home. We really appreciate it. We're just going to do 12 or 13 more, and we're so thankful to the series for having us, and to Pat, and I'm supposed to wish Pat, and is it Jim? Tim? Jim? No, Pat. I'm sorry, I've really messed up here. Not Pat. Pam? What's your name? The lady that hired us. What's Gail? Gail and Tim. Gail and Tim. I'm trying to wish you a happy anniversary. Okay, Gail and Tom. And Pat and Tim, wherever you are. Just happy anniversary and Merry Christmas and happy birthday and happy Halloween to all of you.
This always happens. We were home for a week. You'd think we'd quit playing for a year, you know, and we come back out and we're like, huh. Also, once again, give Jessica a big hand.
Yes.
It was wonderful. Thank you all very much for listening to us. I stole this from my friend Jim Gage, and he stole it from his friend George Parrish, and George stole it from a guy named Ralph Price. Ralph wrote it. I finally met Ralph. I said, "What's that song about?" And he said, Mick came over with a slide trombone. Goof brought the pickle pig's feet. Playing Parcheesi on the telephone on a little-known cobblestone street. Well, in came Pete in his lumberjack suit with his little black eyes in his face. Oh, pour me another glass, my old friend. I think I'm gonna leave this place. Oh, Pete at the window, a drink and whiskey in the afternoon. Oh, Pete's gonna get me one day. You know, I think he's gonna get me soon. Mick in the jungle in his little red car goofs down the hill on the train. Pete's at the back door sharpening his axe. So, Mama, tell me who's to blame. Well, I think I hear him sharpening his axe. Or is that just the whistling of the wind? Well, I think I hear him sharpening his axe. Oh, Mama, I think he wants him. Oh, Pete at the window, a drinking whiskey in the afternoon. Oh, Pete's gonna get me one day. You know, I think he's gonna get me soon. This is where you should do your fake trombone thing, you know. Anybody do that? Do it. Oh, you gotta do your lip thing. That's good. That was good. Don't drop out of school and go on the road or anything. I used to get my money from Alice. I got all my loving from Jean. Well, I got all my troubles from old Pete. He was a backslapper, money grubbing me. Yeah, I had 6 kids and a pony. Oh, I had a little house on the hill. Then Pete came along and left me, Lordy, Lordy, with a $10 telephone bill. Oh, Pete at the window, drinking whiskey afternoon. Oh, Pete's gonna get me one day, you know. I think he's gonna get me. I think he's gonna get me. I think he's gonna get me soon. Thank you very much for listening to us. All I need to keep me happy is 2 little girls call me Pappy. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey. Go on down to the Indian Nation for a little girl in a big plantation. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey. Susie and the boys and blackberry picking. Boys got drunk, Sue's got a licking. Some got drunk, some got boozy. I went home with a black-eyed Susie. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey. Oh, little kitty puss, poor little feller. Poor little kitty puss died in the cellar. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey. All I need in this creation's for a little girl in a big plantation. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey. Go on down to the Indian Nation, 2 little girls, a big plantation. Hey, little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, jump back. Little black-eyed Susie, hey.
Thank you. I don't know. You want to?
You're too kind. Thank y'all. Sugar is sweet. It sure is funny. It's bad for your teeth. And it costs a lot of money, money, money. Love is hell, the hurt of heaven on earth. A paradox for sale. How much is it worth? Oh, 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 that's the shape we're in. Oh, 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 I think they call it sin. Yeah, they call it sin. A knock on the door, note in the mail, telephone ring, they got love for sale. Hot love in a magazine, such an opportunity. Hot love in a magazine, really nothing left to see. Oh, 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 that's the shape we're in. Oh, 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 I think they call it sin. Yeah, they call it sin. Paradise Hill, Babylon Heights, lady in the paper bag, where's she gonna sleep tonight? We got our purposes crossed, now we got crosses to bear. I can barely believe what's hanging in a young man's ear over there. Oh, 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 that's the shape we're in. Oh, 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 I think they call it sin. Yeah, sin. It's a dance party. Let me see your Deutschmark. You know I love your yen, yen, yen. Let me smell your dollar bill. That's the shape we're in. Oh, 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 that's the shape we're in. Oh, 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 I think they call it. You know what they call it? My grandmother called it. Jerry Falwell calls it. Sin, 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 sin.